So back when I was in college, I got this crazy story, right? So many years ago, back when I was in college, we were given this assignment, and this assignment said that you had to go into a virtual world and create like a scene, like a movie, right? It was like a 5-minute sketch. And anyways, the professor called it machinima. So he's like, let me tell you all about this software that exists. It's called Second Life.
I signed up for Second Life about a year ago. Back then, my life was so great that I literally wanted a second one. In my second life, I was also a paper salesman, and I was also named Dwight. Absolutely everything was the same, except I could fly.
So everybody's got to download Second Life, and then you got to go into this world and like make a video, right? So anyways, they broke us up into groups, and that's what we did. So we all downloaded Second Life, and it was wild, right? You could like fly around, you could like go to other people's little islands and creations and things like that. And you'd like walk into rooms, and there'd be like a party going on, and people being like, hey, what's up, dude? I haven't seen you in a while, you know? And it was just like this crazy Second Life world. As a matter of fact, there's a documentary on Netflix about relationships that actually got started in Second Life. So I was like blown away by this years ago. So anyways, right? So what is it? 2022. I'm watching Mark Zuckerberg, the Zuck, up on the screen, doing his intro for the Metaverse. And I was like, that right there looks like actually a worse version than the Second Life version that I saw, 14, 15 years ago, because at least in Second Life they had legs, but we'll get to that in a second. So today what we're talking about is the Facebook Metaverse, all right? And if you haven't heard much about Facebook Metaverse, that's pretty crazy, because you know what? The company itself has spent 15, so Facebook, they changed their name to Meta, right? So they're like all in on this Metaverse thing, and they have spent $15 billion in order to get this whole Metaverse world going, okay? One of the reasons being is because the number of Facebook users has actually flatlined, and even in their last quarterly report, it dipped a little bit, and they missed their quarterly earnings. And then once after that happened, the stock took a dive. I think in the last like 6 months, it's down 70%. So if you think about the market cap of the company and the worth of the shareholders, it's like way down, right? So they're all in on this virtual reality space, right? So what exactly is Metaverse? Well, one of the big platforms that they spent billions and billions of dollars in the Metaverse is Horizons. So Horizons is this virtual world you can go and check out, go hang out with other people. Mark Zuckerberg, he's big on this whole like community and relationships and spending time with others. But in reality, it looks like a scaled down version of Second Life. Like, it's not that great at all. So they also have this other platform where they want you to have like these virtual meetings with each other. So they're kind of going into that company space. So I got my son's, this is his Oculus Quest right here. So let's talk a little bit about this practically, right? So let me put on, so it's time for a meeting. Let me put on my Oculus. All right, so what they're expecting you is to be like sitting in a meeting with this ridiculous stormtrooper mask on and conducting a meeting with the person next to you. Now there's a more advanced version than this model, which can actually track your facial expressions. How many people are really going to throw that mask on in order to participate in a meeting? I have an idea of how Facebook, virtual reality, and Meta can actually work. And here is the fundamental flaw with the Metaverse and Horizons, is that people are not interested in putting on these masks and going to an alternate world, a virtual reality, something that has been developed and looks very cartoon-like. What people are interested in is actually having experiences in this world. You may remember a few weeks ago there was a Taylor Swift concert. There were so many people that were trying to get in on those tickets that it crashed the Ticketmaster server. But imagine this, right? There could be an option where you purchase Metavision tickets. So you buy a ticket, let's say it's $30, and you're able to attend that concert virtually, sitting next to your friend who has a virtual reality headset on. It's tracking each other's reactions. You're able to look around, feel all the sights and sounds of the venue, and have front and center seats to a Taylor Swift concert. And there's other marketing opportunities at the actual event. So when I'm talking about being able to view a concert, I'm talking about you are literally there at the concert live with a camera, a 360 virtual reality camera that is at the concert. And for those that are at the concert, they would obviously see this camera, and right there on the camera, it can say powered by Facebook Metavision. And then at the next concert or the next event, they're going to know exactly what that means. But you're able to attend live events virtually while they're happening because the virtual reality 360 camera is actually there at the show, front and center. Now tell me that you wouldn't go to that. I guarantee you, Zuck, if you're listening, millions of people would buy those virtual reality tickets. And it's not just concerts. It could be sporting events. It could be live entertainment. Think about Hamilton, right? Hamilton was the hot ticket a few years ago. It still sells out every night. You can buy a virtual reality ticket to see Hamilton. You're sitting in the crowd, sitting front center. You can go to the World Series. And every time that they would advertise one of these events, they could say, with Metavision. I think that it would go a long way to satisfy what Facebook is talking about, a human connection, and being able to sit next to somebody and having a virtual experience with them, being able to chat about it afterwards, both talk about the event that they had participated in, and it can scale, right? So you're not limited to 70,000 seats in an arena or a stadium. You can sell as many virtual reality tickets as the system can support. So I think that there is potential for the Facebook Metaverse. I think that with virtual reality, it can work as well. But the fundamental flaw right now is the fact that they're trying to place people into a different world where in reality, people want to experience things in this world, and there's a big revenue stream ready for them. And just as a reminder, today's video and all videos that come from this channel are a service of Native Force. Native Force is a nonprofit that provides software training to Native Americans. So here's a word from Native Force.
My name is Mike Coyle. I'm the CEO and director of Native Force, which is a nonprofit company that's based out of Southern California. So the Native Force story goes all the way back to 1947. My mom was born on the Navajo reservation. My mom was a huge part of my life. She raised me to be constantly thinking of others. Unfortunately, my mother passed away, but her legacy lives on. Once I graduated from San Diego State, I started up my own digital marketing agency called Dreamcatcher Media. One of the roles was working with small companies and getting them up and running, not only on Salesforce, but also all of their digital marketing needs. So the goal of Native Force is to take technology like Salesforce and similar CRM tools and cloud software and provide training to Native Americans. So I just think that it would be really awesome to take some of the things that I've learned in my training over the years and to provide that to others. The funds that come in go directly to the individual that is applying and receiving the scholarship. So I'd really encourage you to donate to this amazing cause and to really help Native Americans all over this country really jump into the technology sector that is growing each and every day. And when you donate, you're not only going to know the individual that money has gone to, but you're also going to see the breakdown of how that money is spent. I know that there's an untapped resource all over this country in the form of our Native American brothers and sisters. Native Force provides some education for them and to help them get into the technology field.